Danganronpa. Danganronpa.
Hello! Congratulations on Spinner for being first. how is everyone do? Someone... Cromer. And took me a bit longer than the intro. Since I had to take care of my dogs first. But yeah, we are back. We're at the investigation part. Lobotomy corp. There's a character with white hair and eyes. There's a little group called Rabbit Team. Also.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
Fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
And that'll all get sorted out when the time comes. What the heck? The gun was practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. But whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. And apparently struck with a sudden realization. She shot a question at me.
Just a second.
Just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So, what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
And that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost. I'll see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I mean, I already know who. There's door not broken, screwdriver only have males. It seems it was a boy. Already given a room once, so but maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they even talk to me, that is. Wait, do you think I'm getting? Okay, we already got. Let's leave this area. Think of a devil, he's a devil.
Strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was scared? Could it be because you, the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if you want, even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. That it's really true, then I. Hello, 11037. Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma fight said Sayaka was killed in your room. Just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? I wonder. It's the Sayaka's room, but the nameplate has my name on it. This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Nameplates have been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm good there? Well, let's go to the trash room. With the big gate. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Kuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all trash in the school eventually winds up. Huh? Do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is stupid. It's faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
Cleaning duty has been added to the truth bullet section. There's a hatch on the floor. The door and barge must be locked. Nice! The area. Not yet. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Nice! Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I was just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Look at the all kinds of kitchen knives here, big, too small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or let's see if anyone else knows about it. Kitchen knife that has been added to the truth bullet section. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
Right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night. All the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my class, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking a tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kiss Saka? What? Oh, of course not! I would never! You know, do you really think I murdered her?
'cause, I mean,
But she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean... You guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, the two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Merde. Cleaning duty, As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me.
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now?
What's wrong?
Actually, no. Okay, then who is? Before I was also there when we had this conversation, he volunteered right away. So I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty then.
Count on it.
Indeed. But we swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long. And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you. He's in a gym. Let's check out the gym. The body's still here. So how's Gio doing? Hey Gio, I was hoping I could ask you something. Huh? What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could it be a code or something? Sorry, no. Gio slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. No way. I seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigation right now. Those two. Hey Celeste, do you know anything about this cleaning duty, sir? Cleaning duty? Well, what is that? Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe you should ask Taka or someone else. Anyone but me, really. Nice. Oops. One beer. Tucker, can you tell me anything about cleaning duty? Cleaning duty?
What's your problem?
Like, I didn't know anything about that. Take us to on who cares about stupid organizational stuff like that. Play some. I'm looking to have us on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens one to talk to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. But someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to get up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we are supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you will be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get to the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time, so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes Black Cat will graduate unless they are discovered.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The threat would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen,
Anyway, more important than that.
bastard.
Hey, Fatty, why did you want to continue to the gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would wanna do. What's the big deal? Liar! I know why you did it.
Like,
You wanna dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, poking around at it.
no way to think
What are you talking about?
sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for Toonie.
you know what I mean.
Oh, there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of 2D and then turn to... I will never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is the shower love and affection on 2D. I want PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Fumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, picking up the trash or disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, what's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Ifumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party. Sorry, but you haven't triggered the flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from the past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay! So you see? So Ifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the science side, but he never stopped dreaming. And busy living and busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Ifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. Then,
Mr. Naegi!
however, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You're a fiend. You planned this all along. No. Totally not. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth. And the shape... It's part of the sleeves from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, it's definitely blood on the cuff. Which means this is all that's left from some of the evidence that the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. And this. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps?
Yeah! Is that... Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like the Mina girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but what did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. There should also be in the gym. They better go find out for sure. Green button and a yellow button. They're related to the big machine. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from where the gate are, and it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of this incinerator? It's a pretty simple setup. Press the green button to get it going, press the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on clean duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Fumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? Ah. You said that last time you were here the incinerator was off. Ah, yes! About that, there can be no mistake. I have got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the treasure since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... But it means someone was able to switch the incinerator on without opening the gate. But how is that possible? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, incinerator was off and those thresholds and banknotes were.
Completely unforgivable!
Why does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. Oh, the mysteries are being solved one by one. It sounds like he is living out one of his comic book fantasies. Huge trash can. Is that where we are supposed to put whatever trash we can find? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look... it's hiding any clues. Nice. On to the gym. Hey, Hiro. Can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out now. I've had enough. I'm gonna break free. Hiro, snap out of it! Huh? My god! What are you doing here? Wait. Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed! What the heck? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break? Was it actually just made of glass? And not crystal? The guy totally duped me! Said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. They were seriously odd BS. Get out of that aside from now. Let's put that aside for now. So, can you say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah? That's mine for sure. I probably forgot in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and stashed it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm also afraid to ask. But how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years came out to be like $1 million. Oh, million? It's pretty cheap actually, I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. It's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. No, I can't let myself get depressed again. I need to search for clues. Oh yeah. The AV room. Oh,
Hey!
yeah, nothing. Yeah. What am I missing? Come on, I've played this before and I watched the anime. What was something missing? Yes. Okay.
Very strange.
Yeah. Yep, the DVD. Guy's name. Really upset with seeing whatever was on that video. I wonder what did she see. Might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. Sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. Should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. Sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. Push play and the screen was stuck for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front in Santa was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with her friends she said had been important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd and were full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was there. My wish started to blur and darken, and then that voice I had come to despise so much began to flood out of the speakers.
Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls, who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. For the warning, the video cut off. What the hell? It was real, right? The super famous pop group, everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say that he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited...
Long-awaited?
Class Trail!
Let's go!
Allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Hello, everybody. Yo, Kurna! No, wait. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. But you were afraid you would be discovered and then murder you.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusion just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all review the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convicted I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? It's 11037. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Got it.
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way.
What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Damn. We really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh? If you wanna confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it!
Hey,
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? So this basement has become the dark and strange. We're all here to be a witness to Mr. Naigi's final curtain call. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. Well then, And the time has finally come. Are you ready?
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Let's get started. I guess I have no choice but to get this elevator. Let us begin.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No. Scared isn't quite right. I said it before. But it's up to you to overcome, to uncover the mystery surrounding this case, you said. If you don't, you will never come to grips with the truth. We never need to uncover the truth of we never. We need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. Sayaka's honor. I swear, I'll find out who the real killer is. As I rest my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. Each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended, with heavy clanking sounds, toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Obviously, to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit. Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found all seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it would be easy for everyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. So the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly murder, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, I wanna save. Yes, I wanna override. Increase the time limit for each phase, effective during the classroom. Melodious voice. Increase the damage on the opponent when the segment is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battles. Truth bullets, monochrome fire, death, a struggle, replica sword, and shield. Switch rooms, use toolkit. Cleanliness, reserve blood and gold. Like message 11037 right from door frame. Bomb plate swap, kitchen offset, noise account, trash beauty, incinerator, down shell piece, shattered crystal. Okay. Let's get this started.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only
The
16
16
of us to begin with,
student.
So why are there 16
Move.
seats?
Not yet.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Wait, that the whole mysterious of the 16th student already was hinted at the first chapter.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
About to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop is the latest of it. I need to hear more. Now, how about we put 8 hours on the clock and start a freedom from that? Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Oh, way too late. Maybe I should have checked the controls. Yeah. Silence, red mouse button. Fast forward ist Controller, Steuerung. Fire Truth bullet is left. Also we concentrate.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took
In the bathroom. So it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Break!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next? Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
You need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife said.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
So they used some random No, that's wrong! Sorry.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere. Just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn. What is it now? You know what? Concentrate. Okay. Oh, this music! I miss this music. Okay, it's about the time of acquirement.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in the dining hall.
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Get to the kitchen, yes, night. Once stood there, when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my face, one of the knives was gone.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seemed the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh, Sakura.
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Wrong! No, that's wrong!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife around the kitchen was... Come on.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn! If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Something that should have been at the scene, but it wasn't. It must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Let's see, how did it work? Yeah.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true. Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struck at getting into the bathroom. The evidence that proves it.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
I almost didn't notice it at first. But is that the key point here? A bit more to learn. Also. Let's just have one. Weak spots will start going up. How many moves was it? Only one lie or contradiction in the band. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradiction. Well then, good luck and have fun. Bedroom door frame. The locking with the female.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
And something the killer didn't know. The reason they were convinced it was locked. Well, the bottom is the killer didn't know. And they didn't know that the crowd took place in the room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Say what? I love it.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you!
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited the killer into the room. You already have the answer. Wait. Maybe I'm pretty lost.
I got it!
Okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
I should seriously hire to be a detective.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it?
why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Form nameplates. Probably would go to
Sayaka and
room
Makoto
instead.
switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, it specifically says, my room.
I see. Then they would have gone to
Exactly.
The room with Makoto. No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
And me, the killer! Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk about to just as mummies in my room. Get the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
Specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Wrist is broken. Yeah, that's gold stuff.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Probably multiple bullets.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
What was used first? The night came afterward. Did the order of the events? That this is some unexplainable.
When the fight.
Which one?
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed this, and that's when the first blow. A sword-based sneak attack.
Okay. Took a bit.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
We're missing one possibility.
The sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it!
Pops should be golden.
About her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
What was off?
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different! You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
If been one without the sword.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
She
we
took
always said
it.
that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Not really. Makoto was the one who suggested the idea of switching rooms.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? Being as far as clues go, there's nothing there.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
The dying message, our biggest clue, it basically says that
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
dying message.
She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Red wrist, that. Yeah. Not that.
Shoot!
That's fine.
I got it! Her
Get the
left
half
index
back.
finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Number 37. There's no use, I don't know.
180 degrees.
Huh? Rotated? I think maybe he sees something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
That message reveals the real killer's name. Select someone. Me. We know.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yep, it is true.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
One short piece.
I got it!
Yeah.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
None remains of the button option, which the killer was unable to get rid of. Something about it.
I got it!
How do I dispose it?
Look closely at how the shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. Exactly, and that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
in order to destroy the...
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Throw it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone done the incinerator? Very strange. I'm quite certain that it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument. I figured out. This, then with the head. She runs.
you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was
self-relief.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete!
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Put it in bed.
The killer broke the bathroom doorknob. They didn't use anything from your room to do it.
Oh, yeah.
What did the killer use?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid!
The screwdriver kid. The room. Mine was not open.
Stupid!
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
I like it. This is a mini rhythm game with mechanic. I still like this a lot.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
It's at home.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Final resort? A. I mean, it is the first one, so yeah.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the black? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? Wanna come out? Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackhead in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than me and Kamada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
Son of a bitch.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
That's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I would it was complete chance that I wound up like this.
Just unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd have been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. So because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her in the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. We're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. You have to see something like that happen to them. Sayaka.
I
did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. This was Sayaka for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I could do to ask what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kiss someone just because those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she's descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. Out of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I launched at Monokuma, but
That's enough.
angry I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they have done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Ah! It was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good looping. Just barely avoid punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
You didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was protecting myself to the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she had shot herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Understand?
Do you understand? You had a number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So that's why.
No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone. Were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on playing Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. Swear? If it weren't for you, this would never have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate a war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time!
No!
It's time! Leon has been found guilty. Time for punishment! The 1000 bond. What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme governing rules! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on?
I can't take it.
Can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey! If you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties to the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing that? All this evil shit with us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear? So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think that's... I don't think what you're saying and what I am saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you are barking way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You are to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world. Being trapped at this insane place. You're trapped? Are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Chills! Chills!
Anyway, let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there, forever unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. The faces were stone, the voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered to my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trail started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Before I never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure had this. She wasn't. And let's try this again. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. And we can ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that you used her last ounce of energy to leave her die message proves it. She didn't care what happened to you. She never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back to the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such desperate situations. Move past their deaths? Could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon and Sayaka, I carried them with me forever. I carry the memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. I love this. Oh my god, this, the ad part is so good. I'm psychic! Very good, freak dead people already. Awesome! To be continued. You received a despair pad present! Let's go! This is so out of place, but it is so good. And it also has the comedic timing perfectly down. We've gotten that all from Sayaka with that she's psychic. Just kidding. Good intuition. And then right at the end, he does it. I love it. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything here to begin with. Last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us. Oh, I almost forgot! Since the class trial is over, I go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotten corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. Who could have said that? Okay. Wait, what? I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. Head back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here. Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like you said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotten corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened. It must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with a sandstone hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Okada, hey, chap! Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it.
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is it honestly supposed to make us feel better? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the Mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy. Like it or not. It's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
Masterminds seem to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be a well-defended, yet modified it to fit their design. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed. Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So
then, what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around here and win the game.
No.
What?
No, what?
I can't take it.
I don't want to leave. If it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else. Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's not different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
If we hadn't voted for him, and we all would have died instead, right? It's simple. It's really simple. It's all about the amount of lives you save. That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame, not you. Not Leon. And not Sayaka. The Mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to allow it. Okay. We had no chance but, chance time. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we did refuse. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the Mastermind. This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
This is a school announcement. It is now
10 p.m. As such, it is officially night time. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry to the point is strictly prohibited. Oh, and one other thing.
It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions.
Bear.
Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams.
Dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. What? What was that about just now? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
Piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Lina. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. Daily life. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in this little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure you to stay healthy. You are the one to keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat your small stuff. That's my motto. Wow, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in a writhing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? You need more water. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise? If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed on from generation to generation, with the empire of darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come out with. It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise? Of course not! You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome my class trial here at Hope Speak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
You guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very nice.
So go ahead, look around all you want, enjoy the brave new post-trial world. till you explode. With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he did shown up. But, new what?
Could it be...
Is he talking about the way to the outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely. Well, we don't know until we look. Whatever he meant. It seems we'll have to search the school one more time. You hear me? Okay, let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony. You know that. More like a stable food source. Now let's get moving. Think his words as they signal everyone scattered and left the gym. I think it's time we gamble! Ah. Ah, sad. The gate was blocking. The stairs has been opened. This is what Monokuma meant by a new what? If so, what's up there? This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure of it. There's gotta be something here. Classroom. Ah, swimming area. So is this one the... is this the next one? Is this the next execution? I don't know.
Just a second.
Oh, Makeda! Hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool! There's a pool here! A pool! You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it. And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Saku's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah. You're right about that. Nina seems to be more excited than usual. She is swimmer focused, after all. Hey, Jiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I give it a try. You kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. Huh? You don't even want to go in the locker room? It's not that, I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia though. Maybe that minigun, yeah. Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. No, this is nice. The second floor has opened up. The living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Oh, whatever else is going on, I must admit, things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad. Okay. Is this some kind of card reader? I wonder what it's for. Bandor is the locker room? This is the guard's locker room. A true gentleman would respect our space. Yes. By the door is the locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Oh, really?
Of course.
Really? If you wanna unlock the locker room, you would have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line. What if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency would be punished without mercy of the scandalous sexual depravity. See, that's a Gatling gun mounted to the ceiling, right? And it'll be all duka.
Just a second.
I bet it's really hard to get shot by that thing. No, I think it'll be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans the handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me. I think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay, then how's this sound?
I got it!
Time for a new rule! At this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. So now nobody can give the handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? Oh, I'm kind of a genius, right? It's cause my brain is 100% content.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place. After all, they would like to be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook. Yeah, but you know, seems to be awful concerned. All this locker room security stuff. That's cause all you teenagers are sex crazed maniacs. You were at the age you'd try humping a plastic bottle. So, to keep everything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. And in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eyes on your dogs. If some man and some woman decide to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is perfecting the protection image of the school itself. I don't care what happens to your private domes, by force or by counting out whatever you want. I hate you so much.
See ya later.
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya! Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it.
Celeste, cheer. I wanna come with me.
As for me,
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm past this time. Huh? How come? When you're in a fight, there's nothing that better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Ah! I think that's a good place here. Oh no, that's safe. I'm getting tired either way. I need to drink some more and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we completed chapter 1 with the first class trial. I think I know what the next one is. I'm not sure. But yeah, this was only the beginning. So yeah, the class run and everything was easy peasy. But no, that's what now comes to everything now. It's just the beginning where everything is still easy. But I am. This is the part where well, it's getting more difficult for me. Yeah, I still want to check if I can gamble. I got over 100. Okay, I still can. Really sad. Okay, I'm gonna run back to the spot. Yeah. Go away, running a bit further. Okay, this is the location. Oops. Yeah, let's have no. Well, yeah. Now everything is going probably downhill. I'm surprised that I remember everything so clearly from the first one. I think it's like it's also the only one that I managed to go through without any difficulties, so that is welcome. But now in the second class run especially, it comes down to is it or is it not? But that is all. Also see in the next few rounds, and after exploring the colorful world and the chapter and the floor. So now, is there anyone special I could raid? If not, we're gonna go with the simple option, which I think will do. And also sorry that it is much later. The start was much later than before. I'm sorry about that. Man, we got down to pretty far point now. No, stopping would be a terrible choice. So, now then, our red message is going to be neon, right? As always, you are free to spend your channel points with the lowest amount for some of my emotes. So you can have one of my emotes to go along with my red message. But if you want to save them up for any future redeems, then feel free to use any of your emotes. Hey, now, with that being said, I think everyone was stopping by. I still haven't forgot about the community goal that has been reached. I'm also look like figure out what would be the best thing to go with that special stream. Then get a day. This is gonna be a longer one. I'm gonna probably, if it's summer, maybe summer break at the latest. But that's only if I don't have anything topic related. Well, they also figured out what to do with this special stream that you all deserved. Good that I got enough water. It's almost empty now. My dear. Actually, what? I got something even better now. How about we're gonna change up the red message to this 110311 raid. I think that would be quite fitting. So yeah, if you want, you can redeem. But our red message for today is going to be 110311 raid. If you know, if you know, you know. The neon raid. It just fits perfectly. They only have a repeated letter. My Leon Kawada has an L or a 7. What does it have to apply towards me? I don't know. No, it's nothing. But yeah, that's our red message now. Be sure to actually copy the actual red message tags to go with the raid. And now we are going to raid Code Error yet again. And it's the easiest target I have for this time, at this day. They are yet again playing Persona 5 Royal. If you don't want any spoilers about it, feel free to basically instantly like either pause the stream or just close the tab. But if you want to still get the rewards, you're still free to just see a few seconds and then leave. Either way, I would appreciate it if you still put in the rate message in chat. Yes, that is all being said now. I hope everyone is having a great rest of your time zone. And I see you next time. Take care.